Janice. It's gloomy in North Carolina, huh? I think it's going to be sunny here. That will be nice. And Heather and Jennifer, Linda, Bonnie, Beth, Georgina, Donna. We have. Oh, and Kimberly just came on. So we have quite a few on already this morning. It's good to see everyone. French toast Girl Scout cookies. I've never heard of those, Jennifer. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Sid. I saw the pictures of the new baby on Facebook, Heather. She's adorable. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Tina. So today we're going to work on that chip bracelet I was talking about yesterday with a big central bead and the two kinds of chips on either side, the 2-strand bracelet. The only real question is, what are we going to use as far as a focal bead to pull them together? And I got these really pretty beads yesterday. They're metal, of course, with the gold on one side and silver on the other, on the ends with the gold in the middle. And I thought, those are really, really pretty. Maybe that's what we should use for our focal bead. So I'm sort of leaning towards it. Hey, Gloria. So that's what I'm sort of leaning to, because unless we want our line to show on either side as we come in and go back out again, which isn't a bad thing if we do, we want stuffed jalapenos for breakfast, Gloria? Oh, yuck. Sorry, that wasn't very pleasant. But stuffed jalapenos are too much for me anyway because I can't take that spice. I have GERD. So the spice would be making me sick. But jalapenos for breakfast. Oh. But to each his own. I mean, I like Cheerios for breakfast, and some people might not. So, leftovers from dinner. My husband likes cold pizza for breakfast, and I know a couple of my sisters do too, and I think I can't do that. I just can't. Oh, you're getting your newest Thunder Horse order today? Should you do an unboxing? Go for it. Ham, biscuits, and coffee. Well, Janice, if you wanted jalapenos, you could have cut some up and put them on your ham sandwich, I guess. Just not my thing, for sure. Sorry. But, I haven't checked on the tracking on mine. I waited till the FOCs came out before I did my order, so it's I didn't put it through right off the bat. So that mine is going to be a little later because of that probably. But now where's my white? It's not very much, but it might be enough. So I think we're gonna, like I said, I really love this new bead that came. It was a little bit cold beef teriyaki is also good for breakfast. Hey, PK. Oh, yeah, it will be tomorrow, but everybody knows it'll be next week. Unfortunately, that's frequently the case, isn't it? Isn't it, Kimberly? I know that I've had that happen to me quite a few times, and it's really quite irritating, but, you know, that's the way it goes. But now, my husband loves peppers. I think jalapenos are the long green ones, right? That are sort of slim and long. Those are the ones he likes, as well as the regular bell peppers. We would grow them for him sometimes. But pickled queso. Oh goodness, ladies. I'm just like, heck, there are times I can't even eat pizza anymore because if I eat too much of it, I'll get a upset stomach because of the tomato sauce. So you guys got a lot more, oh, how do I want to put it? You have a lot stronger tummy than I do. That's for sure. So I mean, this last time when my daughter made stuffed peppers, which, you know, uses bell peppers, and I don't use those all that often. I mean, I don't eat those all that often. And I don't eat the pepper itself. I just like the taste of it being cooked with it. And I still got an upset stomach this last time. So I have to be careful what I eat, unfortunately. So, hey, Anita. Careful what you eat. About what? We're just talking about breakfast stuffs. It's the spice. Like I said, because this tomato sauce is acidic. So it's the acid in the tomato sauce. Though my husband has discovered a way to curb that some, so I can have spaghetti and stuff like that. But the pizza sauce from, you know, that you buy from the stores doesn't have, can't remember what he puts in it. It's baking soda or baking powder, something like that decreases the acidity. So that's helpful. Baking soda. Okay, yeah, I thought that might be what it was, but I couldn't remember. But you know, when you make stuff at home, it makes a big difference to when you buy it, because you can't add those little things to help you when you buy it at like Domino's or Pizza Hut or wherever. Hey, Cynthia. So you know what I mean, Anita. You have the same problem. Yeah. But yeah, I've taken medication for GERD for quite some time, and I even though that helps considerably, there's some things that still seem to get through. But I know when I went down to Santa Fe for training for my job before I retired from the Park Service, you know, the girls and I, well, not just girls, because we had a couple of guys too. We'd go out to eat, and everything they want. Do you want green peppers or do you want red peppers? And I'm like, I don't want either. Like, are you trying to make me sick? No. And they'd all go, "Oh, but you gotta have," and I'm like, "Oh, no, I don't." So, pastries are my nemesis. I love pastries of all kinds. And my doctor had words with me the other day. He says, "You can't have that many pastries. It's making your blood sugar raise too much." So he says, "If you want a snack, eat a handful of nuts." And I'm like, "Well, that's not quite the same." But I have tried to curb that. So anyway, we're going to use the chips that Marianne sent us, the opalite and the jade. We're going to have 2-strand bracelet, one with just the jade and one with just the opalite. And I'm thinking we're going to try and use this really pretty, it's a pretty good sized bead. So, ah, well, that's cool. But, well, anyway, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make this bracelet. Hey, Marcia. Yeah, mixed metal is in. I like mixed metal. I don't really mind about mixing it at all, unless it's something I specifically want a specific color of metal for. But all right, where's she at? I heard her jump up on something. Philly steak jalapenos. My husband would probably love that. He loves Philly steak. But we're going to turn down. We're going to get started on this here pretty soon. You want to have dinner at Gloria's house. Jennifer. Yeah, I mix metals quite a bit because sometimes, like, I mixed metals in Randy's necklace, the butterfly necklace we made, because the outer little butterfly with the little jewel hanging from it that I put on top of the front one was gold. But I know that Randy prefers silver, so I mixed them all up. The ring from, I don't, Heather. I've got another one that I'm planning on making another sun catcher with, but that was because they had some extras on one of their live cells after that came out, the California Dreaming Kit, and I bought one of them just because I wanted to make another sun catcher. A different one, of course, but I still wanted to make one. I think somebody mentioned in one of the videos, it might have been on my Suncatcher video, one of the comments, that Temu had some, but I didn't check, so I'm not sure. And then somebody else asked me, could you make one? Or, could they make one themselves? And you could. Yeah, you could do that. Like I said, Heather, I know you and Amy do order from Temu, and one of the girls commented that they had some. What do I do with my ring? I don't use this very often. It's a tool from Beadalon, if I can find it. Here it is. Come on, come off the shelf. And don't drop your pins out when you do. This isn't as big, but it's got, this is a I don't know what they call this tool. I got it from Beetle. It's got pins inside, see it here? And you just put the pins wherever you want them. In fact, the earrings that Angel bought for Randy that from me was made on the loop part at the bottom was made on this ring here. It says it's an artistic wire. Let's see if I can get the paper out. Artistic wire. 3D bracelet jig. Artistic wire 3D bracelet jig. Now, I haven't tried making a ring on these, but because it's got all these holes and it goes all the way around, I would think, you hear me say, I would think, that doesn't mean it's necessarily the case. I haven't tried it. But then it comes with a whole bunch of pegs and little plastic pieces. The little plastic pieces are to hold the pegs in place from the inside. And the peg piece comes through the outer edge, if you've never used one of these. And so what you do is you take the pins, come on pin, and you push it through the hole. See the holes here? You push your pin through this hole, like so. Push the pin through the hole. Then you take one of these little plastic pieces and you push it through the others over the pin on the other side. There are two sizes, the pin is. It's got a smaller size and a larger size. I don't know if you can. So this piece goes through the hole. This one stays outside. Then you slip the plastic piece over this one. And then see it, then it sticks out like this. Oh, you found the ring? Will it work for what you need from Temu? Anyway, I was going to say, if you needed to make your own ring, you can, has little holes all the way around. You could make, like this. Oh, so the jig, you found the jig? So anyway, what I was thinking, you could take your wire, you could put the holes about how far apart. This is from Beetle. It's an artistic wire. And then you could take the holes, put the holes as far apart, the rings as far apart as you want. Then come with your wire, loop around, go over here, loop around. And this actually would make your loops hang down. Or if you wanted one up, you could put it in the upper row, I would think. And then you could make a ring that way. Of course, when you get to the end, you're going to have to do something to end it. You might want to just make a double loop on one and then leave a little tail and wire wrap it to hold it together. Something like that. But anyway, that's a thought for making a ring yourself and make it easier, I would think. So I don't use this little tool very often, but it is a cool little tool. And Monday, I'll be live again Monday instead of there being a live sale, because Shannon has an appointment, I think a dentist appointment or vet appointment, something like that. And so the girls will not be doing the live sale until Tuesday. So we could either do resin on Monday, or we could use the jig and see if we can make a ring on Monday. So let's turn down and we'll get started on our bracelet. I'm going to do something weird and not use spacers because I don't really think we need some spacers much with what I want to do, except for really close to the bead. We'll want some some little tiny beads to bring it so it can come together there more easily, so they're not jogging for space, but as much, but so either one we can work on resin or not. Now the one thing about resin, it's UV resin, so no spacers. I know, isn't that shocking, Bonnie? The one thing about UV resin is, even though I have the dryer thing, it takes it until I actually like to do it on a sunny day, because then I can set it outside in the sun, and the sun, even if it's really cold, it's the UV rays, not the the heat, and the sun will dry it faster than the light will. I usually put the light on for a minute or two so that it solidifies, but then it's still sticky for a while. And so I put it out in the sun until it finishes drying. And we got a choice of all kinds of things we could make with resin if we want to. I do have these rings, so we could make like a pendant ring. I've got some molds, so we could make like earring pieces. Or we have the boxes that I make, the trinket boxes. We can make another trinket box, but we'll see what we decide to do. If it's a sunny day, maybe we'll do resin. If it's not a sunny day, we'll work on the jig. Are the fumes bad? They're not great, but they're not horrible. It's raining down in Arizona, Heather. My family lives all down in, well, that's not true. My oldest sister lives in Mexico, but the rest of my family live in Arizona. My mom and 4 of my sisters live in Arizona, and they're always trying to get me to move down there. It's 70 degrees at Christmas. And I said, yeah, and it's 120 degrees in August. No. But so, I would make a great snowbird because I've gotten to the point where I really don't like the snow too much either. So it's like, it's too cold. My husband says, you want to go somewhere? It's too cold. So I said, no, I'll just stay in the house. It's too cold outside. I don't want to go outside. It's funny because my grandson used to snowboard up at the resort, and because for a while my husband worked up there, so he got free lessons and things. So we got him a snowboard and boots and all that fun stuff, and he used to love to snowboard. He doesn't so much anymore, but he used to, and I'd go with him every Saturday and watch him snowboard, and not anymore, I don't. But we stopped that during COVID because, it wasn't a great thing to go out there. This is pretty true, Cynthia. It doesn't have a lot of smell. It just has a little smell. It depends on how bad your asthma is. It doesn't bother my daughter or my grandson. They both have asthma. But, you know, you're in Mesa, Heather? That's where I fly into when I fly down there to visit the family usually. It's so much cheaper to fly into Mesa than just, what is it, Sky, whatever the one in Phoenix proper is called, the airport. But the few times I've flown down there, I've flown into Mesa. So, unfortunately, my family's on the other side of Phoenix because they're all in Sun City West. Well, my next to the oldest sister's in Whitman. So, anyway, on the other side. And when I go, well, we used to always go hiking. You'll take me to Bernie's Beads? I'd love to go to Bernie's Beads. We usually do find a bead store when I'm on vacation, but I didn't the last few times we were down in Arizona. I was just visiting with family when I was doing that down there. We only go down for like 3 or 4 days, and because we drive down, takes a couple days to drive down, and then a couple days to drive home. So that cuts off our time that we can spend down there. But it's nice visiting the family. Though the last time we went was been 2 years, because it was April 2 years ago. And I was supposed to meet Kristen Fagan, but you guys had a heat wave the first day we got there. It went from, what my brother-in-law said, it was 80 degrees or something, and then it was 96 when I got there, or the day after I got there. And coming from 50 some degree weather to 96, I got heat sickness. So it wasn't a good time there for that first day. For me, I was not doing good. So, but I know was it 2019, just before COVID hit? I went down to the Tucson, the gym shows, and okay, I just had a kitty under my feet. Who was it? Oh, Lilybud. And because I spent over like $500 or $600 the first day I was down there, the second day I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go visit my mom. I'm not going to the beach shows because I'll spend more money. So I'm just going to go drive up to Sun City and visit my mom. So that's what I did. And it was a nice, pleasant little visit. Saw a couple of my sisters while I was there too. So, but okay, I'll accept it when I get off of the live. Well, we've been on chatting for a half hour, so if we're going to make this bracelet, or at least get started on it, we better do so, huh? That's a good idea, Georgina. If you have a place where you can do it outside, go for it. Same thing with if you want to use liver of sulfur. Hi, Carol. That's a difference in temperatures, Carol, from Mesa, Arizona to Colorado. Oh, man. Oh. Well, I suppose in one way it would depend on where in Colorado, because we used to have friends that lived in Grand Junction, and Grand Junction's temperatures were not quite so harsh as like Denver or Colorado Springs or up that way. But that's quite a move, Carol. And we've talked about it, but if we move from here, we're probably going to move over to closer to the coast somewhere. I was raised in Washington State, in the West Side. Oh, Marcia, you're in Mesa too? Heather just said she was from Mesa, so you're both from Mesa. So cool. Maybe you guys can meet up and bead together sometime. But a starter kit's a good idea. That would be fun. I would think. I think my resin that I have, my one set, I've got some more that I got from Temu, but I think my regular resin is from, where'd it go? Should be right there. Look, I moved all things around, so, well, I'm going to have to look for my resin over the weekend because it's not in its normal spot. Oh, there it is. There's not much left in the bottle. Hard type. Is this Blue Moon? I think it might be, but I'm not positive. UV Resin Craft. Yep, it's Blue Moon. It's Blue Moon. I got it at Michael's. The last time I looked, I didn't see any, but it's getting low. I'm going to need to get me some more. So one of those things to think about doing. So, the last name is Brafford, Heather, in case that helps. It's Brafford. No D there in the middle. Everybody tries to put a D there in the middle. There's no D there in the middle. So, anyway, turn down. Look at... turn down and look at hey Cindy, the beads. Let's get them opened. Start stringing. See how many little seed beads or little something we need to... Oh, that's fun. Oh, yeah, I was thinking we were, so I was like, you're going to send me a friend request? Okay, but I thought we were already friends, but that's all right. No problem. You were getting somebody else through me. Gotcha. So there's our jade strand. You loved the purse charm, Cindy? I'm glad. It was fun to make. And there's the opalite ones. So we're going to make a dual strand bracelet using the strands. Bring them together in the middle for this focal bead. And then go back out, and then we'll just use a 2-strand connector at the back for the clasp. So let's turn down, cut these strands open, and get stringing. Here we go, guys. Flip. So I'm going to pull this up just a hair's breadth. Sorry, I know that's irritating. That's too much. Urgh. I don't do it very often. It wants to be, ooh, way big. Come on. Leave it. That's getting irritating, having it flip like that. So, cut our strands here. And they're such big, long strands, too. So, I think I'll start with just cutting the first one. Oh, Heather, I used the new clippers when I did some metal work yesterday with my purse charm on the members live, and it works like a dream. So I got to tell you how thankful I am for it. Oh, come on, I just cut it. Why are you not coming loose here? Bit of knot right there. So we'll dump some chips off of this. Oh, thank you, Kimberly, for joining the Rosettes. The members only videos, you should be able to get them now if you want. And if you want to watch the purse charm one we did yesterday. So there's a pile of these. You know, I'm not going to mix these up, so I should just do one strand and then do the other strand. So what I'm thinking, hope I have enough white line here. Oh, I'm not going to, I don't think. That's all right. I think I have another bunch somewhere. Is we'll take and go close to the bead here. I'm going to put I am going to use a couple of spacers, but it's going to be near the bead, and that's just so we can bring it away from the bead a little bit to so the chips don't try and bang against each other too horribly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on. And I don't think this will fall inside the hole. Might, we'll see. Nope, just perfectly outside of it. And then a couple of spacers so that gives it a little bit of room away from the chips so that they're not smashing each other. And then we'll just start stringing chips on here. I'm going to start with some of the smaller ones so that, like I say, we don't have a big clunk when we come together here, because it is going to have to come together from one side to the other. Wow, that hole goes through the, I would have thought they would have put it this way, but it's still got plenty of edge, which is good. Oop. So that's how our first row is going to be looking. I'm going to cut about 10 or 11 inches of the wire so that we can do a little bit on the other side and then maybe get some more wire to start the other side. I'm cutting that much because I always like extra. I don't want to get up here and go, oh, those beads took up a lot of space. I don't have enough wire to do what I want to do, and I just put it away without cutting it. Duh. I got this new metal ruler at Joann's when I was for their, I got it for, I think 25 or 30% off. See, I don't have very much left here. I don't think it's enough to do, well, it might be. Let's see. Well, how much is left? not quite 10 inches. Well, we'll keep it out and see if it's enough to do the other side. It's only like about an inch less, if even that. So what I'm thinking for the other side, when we do this, we'll go through here. Hopefully this is enough wire. Then we'll go through our little gold bead. Come on, little gold bead, go down there. Then our couple of spacers. And then they'll come together. Push it up there. And push each other apart, sort of. Now, at this point, if there was like a sort of diamond-shaped one, as far as like the beads, we could do like a bicone like sort of situation. But I think this is good like this. You're going to see a little bit of the wire, but it's not a lot. I'm going to put a bead stopper on the ends of these so I don't have beads flying everywhere. Don't need that many of you. I only needed 2. I don't know why I brought so many out. So it'll push down sort of like this. The other side will push down too, and I just, oh, stop. I should have put a bead stopper right here so I could show you what I meant. So now the other beads will, the other chips will sit right here. I cut that in that spot because I could see there was this little bead right here, and I wanted the smaller beads down here at the bottom to, so they'll sit like so here at the base, and then they'll come outward some. Where's your hole? Would have swore it was right. Ah, you go sideways. Okay. So they're going to sit side by side like this. They're going to pooch out just a little bit because of the way I've got this put here, and that's what I want them to do anyway. What stone is this? This one is opalite. This one is a jade. Oh, welcome, Georgina. Oh, 2 new. You know, I think that takes us up to 21. We only need 4 more. 4 more to do our drawing for our cup. For the if there's a few who haven't seen the cup, let me know and I will pull it out down from off the shelf so folks can see what our drawing for our 25 members is. I'm going to hook these two wires together here on this side so that I can, come on, go in there. Push everything over here so you can, so we can tighten it. I can show you what it's going to look like on this side. Little green jade, get out of the way. There we go. So then when it's all tightened up, it's going to look sort of like this. It's not falling the way I want it to there. I may have to put another little gold bead in there. Not sure that would help, but it might. We'll see. Bicones work best for this kind of stuff because they have that point. You can push them into the point, and then they automatically do the little spread. Of course, we can always leave some wire showing because this is soft flex and it's pretty. And this one keeps losing its. What I'm going to do is take this baby off, and I'm going to put, see if this helps. Yeah, I think that does help. I think it's a little better to have the two like that. I liked the way it was snugging down into this bead, but a little bit, but it looks better like that, I think. So we'll just, oops, I pulled too much of this one over here. Let's pull some more of it over here. Okay. Go, roll, there we go. Oh, Heather joined too. Thank you, guys. I think I have, is it 5, maybe 6 member lives now that if you want to go back and watch them, you can. And I think I have at least one that's just a members only video from when I made some adjustments to one of my circlets. Do this side up. Down you guys go. So there's what our middle piece is going to look like when we got her done. We're still fighting a little bit, but the chips will pull it out some. So I'm going to put these up here because I don't need them anymore. So they're not in our way. And we're going to start putting some more of these chips on here. I also don't need a ruler unless I want to use it as a thing to stop the beads from sliding around. But let's see. I don't think it matters really which. We could change sides. What do you think? Should we change sides so the opaline light's going to go on this side now, or keep them even? Well, it was 19 before the 3 of you joined, so that's 22. So we only need 3 more before our drawing. Lots of rain coming, huh, Cindy? Ugh. Yeah, that's the problem, Marcia. The temps in the summer. I could really love the temps in the winter, but the summer, no. I can't handle that heat. It's just too much for me. So we're gonna put this on here. Like I said, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep the same colors going or if I want to flip it so that we have the one color on one side and then on the other side it's change sides. Yeah. So we'll put the jade then on this wire. Let's see, where's the end of the jade? Here's some jades right here. And this one's relatively small. If I can find the hole. Your hole, where you at? There it is. It's thin, but it's not horribly thin. So, come on. So we'll go with now the jade going to the other side than this one is. And, no, that's not the end of the jade. Where's the end of the jade? There it is. Obviously, I need to put a pile of that out here too. So there we go. And I find with chips, you sometimes have to roll them around in your fingers so that they'll sink into each other because sometimes they have like gaps because of the shape of the chip. So if you roll them around, you can get them to generally meet with their buddy a little better. I mean, there are times they're not going to, no matter what you do, but there are times you can get them to do that. Move this over to this side now, and we're going to put the opalite on that side, see how it's looking. I think it looks cool. There's a nice tiny bead. That'll fit in there quite nicely. Whoop. So, when did I do that? That's not the one. There it is. This piece of jade has a lot of dark color in it. It's got some matrix. So does this one. Okay. So I know this isn't long enough by a long shot, but I will. But that's what it's gonna look like when we get the ending there. See, this probably will just go across the top of my wrist right now. So it's gonna like so. Isn't that cool? Need to get some. Oh, there's some more out here. They're just going everywhere. Get you guys up where you belong. Fell off the smaller mat. They're down on the bigger one. So now I'm just going to go back and forth till I get the length I want in our beading it. And then I'm probably just going to find, well, since we're doing multiple colors, I could just put it onto this one, but I do have some silver ones of these. So we can put them on one of these slider clasps, and since they're 2 holes, they can just, I'll probably bring them together like this at the end so that they don't bunch up there, since it wouldn't be really, really close. But that's how we're going to end it, with one of those. So, and I do have some silver ones. Just got to find what I did with them, of course. But that's how she's looking. Yeah, I know. There's a Renaissance festival there. It goes for a couple months, if I remember right. Is daylight savings this weekend? Seriously? I hate daylight savings. I wish they'd just leave at one time all the time. Oh, the easy crimps, the ones that have the little button that you push in. Let me I've used those before and they're nice, but they're a little spindy. One thing you got to remember is that button has to be pushed in all the way. A joint booth. Oh, that would be fun, I think. Spring forward. Okay. So anyway, we're going to now go to putting some more of each color on either side here. And since I'm not putting any spacers in, it's just string the beads on here till we get the length we want. And when we get to the end, you can crimp right onto these if you want to. I find it easier to just do a crimp and then bring them with the Tinky Tot onto there, rather than try and get a crimp going through those loops, on either side. But that's to each your own kind of thing again. Everybody has their own preferences, and if you didn't, then the world would be a boring place, wouldn't it? So now this side has the shorter string now, though I don't know why it would. Doesn't matter. I'm going to close you up for right now, and we'll do some of this side and do the other sides and see how long. Look at this one. This one doesn't have hardly any white in it. It's mainly the glass, and frankly, to me, it looks like crystal quartz, and I think it's really pretty. Okay, what'd I knock on the floor? Knock something. I don't care. I've only used the easy crimps a few times, so I don't know if how well they last through the years. So I like I said, I have used them. I got some from Bargain Bead Box, and I did use them on one of my necklaces, but I haven't they haven't been out that long, so I don't know how they hold up over time. I would assume they hold up fine. No reason why they shouldn't, but I think Lily's been on my desk. There's a kitty cat here. Let me put this one with the matrix in. How close are these guys in length to each other? Just a little bit more. And we need some more beads out. here, guys. That's more stones than I need, but I wanted some more of these white-ish ones here. Oh, we only need one or two more. There's another one right there. Okay. Now we have to see how long we're getting here. And then we'll have. So my wrist is 7 1/4. Oh, we still need a little bit more because it's not coming anywhere close to. She and Mr. Bunsen are sharing a podcast, huh? Victor wants to join in. That's cute. Okay, we can't put a lot more on though, because as you can see, I'm running out of line on these 2 lines. And I'm not sure which of these goes to the other side. If it's, I don't know if it, hopefully it's probably that long one goes all the way through. So let's pull a strand around here. Oh, it's closer than I thought. And once we get our crimps and things on, it might not be that far off. So maybe just 1 or 2 more beads on either side. So we're going to start going for the small ones, and we are going to put these on. So maybe just 1 small one, 2 tops on either side. And I think they're approximately the same size. I might get the ruler out and check to make sure they're not way out of wonk with each other, because we want them pretty close to the same size. So right now that one's at just barely over 3 inches. And this side is, oh, this one is 3 inches already. So we don't need any more length to this one. It's already the 3 inches. And then this one is, like I say, 3 inches as well. So this one, of course, is probably 3 inches. Yeah. So this one will need just about a 1/4 inch. So a couple of small ones. So maybe this one and this one here. Yeah, there we go. Go down there. Now, I do want to put those on right there. So that's 3 and 3 is 6, plus this is probably about an inch here in the middle. Not quite, but close. So that's close to the length we need. So I'm going to get a couple of the jump rings out and a couple of the little ball spacers for each side so that it matches up to the middle here. This has something in the middle that needs cleaned up. Now that's now imitating the middle part here. Well, it looks like I need to clean this baby out because I need it, unless I want to just go get some more. Okie dokie. I think we're done other than crimping it up and putting the clasps on now. Oops. You should be over here. So it's gonna pull around like so. So now we need to get some crimp beads or crimp tubes. A few gold ones left in here. We'll use these. Now you could use it in gold or silver since we got the ends are those look like they haven't cut all the way through. Well, fine. There you go. So I'm just going to make a crimped loop on the side ends of these because I'm going to put them onto their bracelet piece. So I don't want a really big loop because I'm going to be jump ringing it onto my piece. We just need it big enough for our jump ring to go through. Now I'm going to cut this off just a hair's breadth because I'm not sure how much it's going to go through the other side. through our crimp beads and such. I know it'll go through the round one. It should go through these ones, but it depends on how big their holes are, of course. There it did. And now will it go into the opalite? I don't know. But, so that side's done. Now, which side? Oh, I think I just pulled it. Did I just pull it? Yep, it is. It's this shorter one that goes here. So that's good. That gives us a little length here. So get a crimp tube here on this side. Now this one, because it's our secondary one, has to be right where you want it. So we have to go through our beads right now. Now it doesn't want to go through that one that I fixed earlier, so I'm hoping I can get it through, because sitting by that opalite is much better than trying to go between these two beads. But it doesn't look like it's going to, so we're going to have to just come out right there. Oh, did you go through? No, there it is right there. So we're going to pull this up. Push these down. We want it to stay relatively tight here in the middle. So pull this, push it down some, and there's a cute little tiny loop here at the end. So we'll get our crimp tube inside that and squish, turn it and squish again. You just need a big enough loop for your jump ring to go in. So there's the two opalite sides are finished. Now we need to, I'm going to do this side first so that I can pull the extra line over here, because I don't really need all this much line, obviously. Come on, baby, go up on there. Come on, go on. There we go. Now, since I plan on cutting this extra wire off here, but pulling the rest over here, I'm not real worried about how long of a tail I have right here. So I'm just going to get in here now, and we're going to crimp this. Pull it up a little bit because I wanted a little smaller, a loop. So now we'll cut this extra little bit of wire off right here. And then push everything over here. And get this last crimp on. I'm gonna have to switch my mat. It looks like it's starting to get little divots in it. I think that was where I got that glue on it the other day. Okay, get this last crimp done. And cut our wire. So there is our bracelet done, other than putting it onto our clasp. I don't think I have a silver one really close, but I'm just going to jump ring it on to one like this. I could just put it on this bronze one. Everything else is all different colors. We're talking about crimpers or cameos. Both, it looks like. These are the magical crimpers that I got them from Softlex. These are the purple handle ones. I just have covers on them. These covers are from Beetlon. I got them in my mystery boxes. I have these shorter ones, and then I have longer ones. And I think I still have some of both kinds in my boxes. I just have to open them up. So these are just going to get jump ringed onto here. It looks like this one's a little bit longer. It doesn't really make much difference because this can just spread a little bit and it's no big deal. So, but yeah, it looks like this one could have done without this last bead on here, but since it's there, I'm not going to worry about it. And the line wants to pop out right here. So there we go. See if I can find my silver one quickly. Ooh, we've been on almost an hour and a half. What a surprise, right, ladies? Looks like these are all gemstones. Need to go put those in with my gemstones. Sit right there for right now. I got some, if I can find them, of these silver ones, like this bronze one, from a local store down in Missoula called the Crystal Limit. And I should have 3 or 4 more still here, because I got more than one, obviously. Looks like no in this bag. Well, heck. What did I do with my silver ones? That is the question. I know I haven't put them away yet because I saw them in one of the bags the other day, and they might be dumped over there in all the mess. But anyway, what all I'm going to do is you just put 2 loops on one side, 2 loops on the other side. Just jumping them on. Bye, Heather. So I'm not gonna finish this right here, because all we need to do is take a few take the jump rings, and yeah, hour and a half. We're gonna just take 4 of our little 4mm jump rings, and we're going to use a clasp like this one that I've got here. And we're going to just jump ring them onto the rings. And if this wasn't bronze, I'd use it anyway. And you know what? Maybe I still will, because let's face it, it's multi-metals anyway. So you just take your little jump rings and open them up. You want to make sure when you put these on that the pieces are going the right direction. So in other words, what I mean is like the nail head type thing goes in opposite directions so that you can put it together. Otherwise it won't go together, obviously. So there's get the other side. So now the first side's simple, just put it on. Now when you go to the other side, like I said, you have to make sure your nail head part's going the opposite direction. So then when it goes on, you just swing it around like so and slide the clasp right up here, through here. And there she is, all done. So let's see how big she ended up being. Right at, well, it's 7 1/4. So that's perfect as far as I'm concerned. That's what my wrist size. So not that I'm keeping it, it will go on the sale, but there it is, 7 1/4. All finished. So anyway, these are, you just slide them on and off, and this little bow here is a sort of a spring, and it'll keep it from sliding. And look at that, it just slid to the other side. I don't want it to do, why did it do that? Maybe I put them on the wrong way, because now it's sitting here facing the same direction. We wanted it to go the other way, didn't we? Because we wanted this to flip this direction. And now the nail heads are facing the same direction. So I'm going to have to take one side off and switch it to the other side, since we want the bead strands to go in opposite ways. So I'll just take and flip this one to the other way. I obviously wasn't paying enough attention when I put this on. But it is an easily fixed thing. Just gotta open your jump rings up and move them. And not drop your piece while you're working on it. Now we'll see if we got it the right direction. Should be. So there it is. Now, what the heck? Oh, it's flipped down here. I was going to say, why is it saying that we're wrong again? There we go. Now it's right. All done. Okay, I'm going to flip this over again, and we can talk for just a few moments, and then we're going to be done for the day. Okay. So anyway, there we go. Our pretty little chip bracelet with the beads we got from the chip beads we got from Marianne. And it is about 7 1/4. And so there we go. I think it turned out really pretty. I like it a lot. So I really like how the focal turned out here, just adding a few spacers here. And then, of course, all the rest of it is all chip. So it's all finished up. So anyway, we're going to call it a day. We've been on for an hour and a half. What else is new, right? I always go over and do it like that. And we'll see you all tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Wait a second. It's Friday. I won't see you tomorrow morning. I will see you Monday morning. I will do something for a recorded video for tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Since it's sunny out, maybe I'll do that resin project and we'll just have the resin for a recorded video, which works all right, but we'll see. And yeah, time change apparently. Bye, Cynthia. Have a safe time at the chiropractor. So yeah, you can go find the rest of the members' videos and watch those. Yesterday we made a purse charm, and whatever video I record for tomorrow will go up today for the members. So so everybody have a good day and a good weekend. And if, like me, you hate daylight savings time, well, sorry about that. And we'll see you Monday, since the Claim It Live Thunder Horse Descendant Claim It Live bead sale is going to be on Tuesday this week. So I will be live on Monday. So bye-bye.